Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3 as we are playing with the Fate of Iberia expansion. Alright, so last episode we left off with our character maybe only living for a few more years, and yet we need to come up with 500 gold before he dies in order to create the Kingdom of Aragon title. And I don't know if we're going to be able to do it, so we need to try and increase our income to try and make it more likely that we'll live long enough to actually see us get to that 500 gold. So I asked you guys for some suggestions, and one person said that we should probably change up our lifestyle. And I suppose that makes sense to switch over to stewardship. We can go over to wealth focus. That gets us a 10% on income, which is better than just getting the +3 stewardship. And on top of that, we might also get some events that will grant us more gold. I don't think there's really anything in our character here, his traits, that make us unlikely to go for stewardship. And there's really nothing here that would indicate that we wouldn't be okay with doing that, besides our education, of course, but I wouldn't say we're limited to only doing the lifestyles of our education. We just picked those because they're better, since you get the increased experience gain. So we'll go for the 10% income here. That'll help. It gets us a 7.1. It's not enough, but I did think of another thing we could do. So our wife, who I don't know how much longer she's going to live, you can see she's wearing this outfit that is because she's ill. But while she's alive, remember, she's a great steward, so we could set change over to manage domain, which, we lose all those bonuses there. But yeah, this would allow us to hold on to this one barony, which I was going to give up. As I stated in my pinned comment, that was not wise for me to keep this over the limit. I didn't realize that it was a barony rather than its own separate county here. So yeah, I should have granted that out to a baron. But yeah, now we don't have to, though. Even then, we still should have gave that out and kept one of these other counties that were a little bit more profitable, because this only increases our income by 0.5. But still, it all helps. Gets us up there. Maybe we can get some favorable events. But yeah, as of right now, I don't know if that'll be enough either, because I just don't think we're going to live that long. We'll see, guys. We'll see how long we live. Let's hope we make it. We did get another popular opinion penalty, unfortunately. So just more rebellions we'll likely face. But yeah, we cannot spend a dime of our money, no matter what happens. We're now up to 9.3, I think, and that's because we're also increasing control, so that's going to help our income. Unfortunately, we lost that hook on him. We should have made use of that for something. Anyway, we lost the hook on him. We got 10 plus opinion with every courtier. And here's with us attempting to learn language. I guess we would probably have a worse percentage because I think we just lost some learning when we switched our wife over. Tharia approaches me laughing. "My lord, I've heard that you are studying the Berber language. My father was a merchant and he can learn any language in no time at all," she says. "His secrets are in this manual. I have no use for it, as I cannot read. I'd part with it for a reasonable sum." So this is the Warren language manual. I think there's a couple different trinkets like this, but they all help increase your scheme power, make it more likely you'll succeed. So yeah, this would be certainly helpful. I don't think this is... I think I've seen some much better ones than this, so this isn't one of the best ones you can get. But yeah, it'll be helpful. So we can either pay her 70 gold, which we can't really afford to spend any money, so that's kind of a problem here. We can try and seize control of it, just take it from her. This would cause us to potentially become a rival of her. Also, as an honest character, that would be very stressful for us. Or you say, "Peppycock, get out of here, charlatan." There is this stewardship challenge, which is likely the one we're going to go with. We have the very high stewardship now. We're at 16. And so we have an 88% chance of succeeding and only paying her 15 gold. I know this is really not a priority, though. And that's like a whole month and a half worth of gold we just earned there. And learning the language is really not that important for us. But we could hand that off to our children. And so this is like a long-term thing here. Yeah, I feel like we'd probably go for this, even though it's going to cost 15 gold. Now there is a... Oh, we're going to gain stress no matter what. I see. So this puts us in critical stress level, also costs us gold. Maybe we just can't afford to do this right now. Yeah, let's just do this one, guys. It'd be useful to have that, but again, we're really on the line here. I'm already at the point where I don't expect we'll get it done in time. But I don't know. We get up to 10 gold here. That's 120 per year. And so we can get to what we need to be at in a little over a year. We're 67 though, so we're getting up there in age. Our wife did recover from her ailment. Yeah, we'll just have to see, guys. We did lose that one bonus we were having to nullify any penalties we might get. So this is from our neighbor, the Emir here in the south, which it looks like he's gotten more powerful. Yeah, he's conquered some territory down here. But he says, I studied the Arabic language for many moons. I personally penned this missive using the Arabic script, a letter of friendship from a speaker of Berber. I wish for our future diplomatic dealings to benefit us both greatly. So he has learned Arabic, impressive, and send my regards. He'll become our friend, and we'll increase opinion with him. Or we could say, how his vain attempt at gaining glory is laughable. Of course, our character would say this one here. And so now we have a second friend, and this one's a little bit more useful as a friend. Of course, our character right now probably won't live that much longer, so usefulness of that is limited. But it looks like we failed to learn it because of the 30% chance here. And I think we're just going to have to admit defeat. Would we do that? Would we be the type to persevere? And we're calm, so we probably want to flip out about this. But yeah, there's nothing really to indicate that we'd like keep on going no matter what. We're getting old, getting up there. And frankly, I never thought this would succeed anyways. It was just something to attempt. But yeah, 30% is incredibly low, guys. So yeah, we're just going to end this game. Let's be realistic here. We're not going to succeed at that. So we got an event here about building a pond. And this is another stewardship event, I believe. But it's weird how, you know, our focus is to try and gain wealth. And yet all of these stewardship events seem to be taking our money. Yeah, I think we're just going to... Well, I mean, we wouldn't say that. So it's strange we just don't have any option to say I'm just not interested. You gotta yell at them, stop wasting my time, which again doesn't really fit our character, but we're not interested in doing this. And there's no option to say that. Yeah, we just can't afford it, guys. So we're just gonna say stop wasting my time. You know, advantage there is that we do lose some stress. See if this is just about wars, that's what it looks like. And our brother died, our half-brother. Okay. So I believe we have one brother remaining. Yeah, just the one brother still alive. And he's the one living down here. So the comfort of a friend. So this is our new friend here. We walked the town together, tossing coin to the poor and forgiving a daring pickpocket. A few acts of charity and forgiveness can truly ease a stressed mind. After this short break, I was once again ready to take on my duties. I'm lucky to have a friend like Emir Yahya. That'll help reduce some of our stress here. Alright, so these events are all helping us with the stress levels. So that's great. But unfortunately, our wife died. But because we didn't like her, we are actually happy about this. Finally, I'm free to start my life anew. Alright. So, here's the big problem here, and why we're going to have to get remarried. Because we're getting some big penalties now. So let's go ahead and try and find a spouse. We already know that there wasn't really anybody in here before, but that was a while back that we looked. So maybe there's some new people available. Remember, we want older people. So probably not going to look at any of that. We'll just make sure it's an adult here. Don't care about fertility. Should probably be healthy, though. We don't want to lose another spouse. Religion should probably be Islam. And we need to make sure that she's not lowborn. So we'll see how limited this makes us. I mean, here's a good character right here. You got a couple good stewardship characters. Yeah, not bad at all. So I think we'll probably just go with one of these two, because they're the older ladies. I mean, she's got slightly less stewardship, more martial, more learning. But since we're only going to have her focus on stewardship, it would probably be best to just go with the stewardship bonus here. But yeah, I think either one of these would work, honestly. She likes us a bit more, though. So there's that advantage as well. She also already had a few children of her own. So yeah, I think we'll go with her. I suppose we can marry them both. Why not? Since we are taking that penalty to our piety. So let's go ahead and marry the other character as well. Although we should probably let the first one go through, since we want her to be our primary spouse. So we got a new spouse. Let's go ahead and arrange a marriage for that other spouse. So we got a backup. And I'm not sure how many you need. It looks like that's it. That was the only one we did. Just 2 total to not get the too few spouses penalty. And we can now create the Kingdom of Aragon, it says, but we can't. Okay, yeah, we just don't have the gold. We still need the gold. We're earning a lot less money, but that should increase. There we go, beautiful. Let's make sure that she's still focusing on managed domain, and she's actually better at that. We were getting a +8, now we're getting a +10. So that is increasing our income above 10. So we're in a very good position here to get there. Basically 6 more months. That's all he's got to live. But even that might be a bit of a stretch with his poor ailing health. I just hope we get there. 2 more months, guys. Oh Lord, are you serious? We need 2 more months and we're laying dying. We're gonna like just barely miss this, I think. That'd be a real shame. The wind feels colder and the days darker, shorter, quieter. The throne looks the same as the day when I first sat on it. The throne will always look the same, but I won't. It's time for me to prepare for the inevitable. I shall commission an epitaph before I leave so I can leave in peace. So basically this is a sign what language we're going to use. Yeah, so if we use Arabic, it's going to gain us piety or prestige. If not, we'll actually spend piety, but increase opinion with all, or many characters. We can instead say, I shall draw no distinctions, and then we'll lose stress. Or you say, we're not the only ones living here. Just kind of recognize that there's other people here. Yeah, as far as like which one we do, I wouldn't say there's anything in our traits that indicate that we use one or the other. Maybe our being humble. We don't really think that Arabic is superior or something. I think we'll just draw no distinctions. Yeah, we'll just draw no distinctions and lose the stress. Yeah, we'll just do that one. Not that we really had to lose the stress. But yeah, the question is like, will we make it now? We made it. Just barely, guys. So we've gotten in there. In fact, we made it by about 13 days or so that I could have died in. But yeah, it looks like we'll be able to create the kingdom just in time. And watch us live like another 2 years. Alright, so the Aragonese court. As Sultan, you have new duties and responsibilities. You will now be expected to regularly hold court, solving the disputes of the realm, and letting your courtiers take part in your daily routines. So this is just announcing that we have the new royal court feature. And so we can say, let them see their new Sultan, and you'll enter the royal court. Or we can say, other matters call my attention. I mean, yeah, we'll let them take us to the court. So this is the way our court looks. Remember, the court is based off of your culture. And so much different court than we had when we were playing as Poland. I really like this one. It's beautiful. So we can hold court now. And we can change up all of our court amenities. Of course, these cost money. But we start out on the lowest settings here. So obviously we should probably increase those. But let's take a look at our court type first. We're sitting on the administrative court. So this is going to give us that level 1, which is what I think we're currently at, but the baseline is going to increase it a bit higher. So you might get up to, yeah, level 3 it looks like is what we'll get to. So with this, we'll get just the level 1 bonus, the building construction time and cost reduction. So that's helpful. But yeah, you can see the benefits we'd get down here if we were to continue building up our court grandeur. And there's some good bonuses, it's all money bonuses. We instead have an entry court scheme, secrecy plus 5%. Yeah, I think we'll probably go with this one, the administrative court. I think that makes the most sense. Remember, this will also affect the trait they get, which would increase their stewardship, while the intrigue one would increase their intrigue. Seems dangerous having that one. But yeah, I think we're just going to stay with the administrative court. I think that's the most fitting for our character. But yeah, we probably will want to boost the fashion, lodgings, all these by at least a little bit. Now, it's all going to cost us some money, but I feel like we can manage that. Maybe just go up to the 2nd level initially, since we're not the richest realm. And so that would give us these bonuses here. So let's go with that one. We'll also go with the few servants, the outmoded fashion, and the modest food. It's nothing super impressive here. It's not going to step us up that much. It's also not going to cost us that much. Could go up to the 3rd level, but let's wait to do that. Let's just move up to level 2 for each of these. that'll give us some benefits. Now we can make use of our court artifacts. So we already start with the one for our dynasty, our house banner. And then we also have the Aragon house banner. So as far as which one's better, I think it's clear that this one is, because I don't think this one applies here. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get those bonuses. We'll only get the court grandeur bonus, which we'll still probably put it in place just because we have so many extra places right now and not very many banners. But yeah, we're going to put this one here since that's the main one that we're going to leave. And then we'll put the other ones in place for now just to get those additional benefits. Though it will look kind of strange that we have these two. It doesn't look the greatest here, but that's okay. That's what we got, guys. And we want to get all those bonuses. So that will step up our court grandeur by a little bit, looks like. Baseline is just going to be 25. Okay, so we're not quite up to level 4 yet, which will allow us to get the promote cultural acceptance effectiveness plus 30%. Alright, so we finally made it. We got there just in time. Watch our character live like 2-3 more years though, and I was all worried about it for nothing. We can hold court, and I guess we'll do that for right now. We also need to get some more knights, but I think that'll correct itself here soon. Yeah, we got all the benefits that you get from being a king. And with the whole court, this is something that with the Polish campaign I stopped doing regularly, simply because you're basically every 5 years you're getting 3 random events that you have to read and go through, and most of them don't really have that many bonuses, aren't all that helpful. Some of them are great. Just felt like we were spending far too much time in each episode doing these. So we won't do it all the time. This is the first event that fires. This is just a generic thing here, saying that we're about to start hearing the petitioners. And we'll get 3 petitions. But again, they're often not that advantageous, so I don't think we'll do it all the time. We'll do it every once in a while, though. But yeah, I think like doing it every 5 years would be a bit much. So this is the first one, Royal Service. One of our vassals approaches the throne with a young man in tow. My liege sultan, he spouts. My acquaintance, Fadi, seeks the honor of serving in your retinue of Faris. Give him the opportunity to prove his quality. Fadi smiles weakly. Though I am only a middling swordsman, I hope to learn much in your service. So this is him here, and while his prowess is just average, it's probably better than half of our knights. He's a wanderer, so yeah, I think we'll accept him. And again, this is like an example of where you got something pretty decent, plus you get all those bonuses there. We're going to lose 33 stress because we're gallant, so we like the fact that we're promoting this knight here. So I mean, yeah, you get stuff from it. Sometimes you get pretty good stuff. Other times it's it's just not all that advantageous. My lord, my steward, takes the floor. I have an idea to improve your taxation. You could send surveyors to question your subjects about every property, its name, owner, extension, and value. How many people and animals live there? Okay, so we've seen this one in that whole series. This is that big grand survey here. I don't remember if it was actually profitable. I feel like we spent like a lot of money and resources on it and didn't get much, but maybe I'm misremembering. You can say very well proceed with the survey. That's going to cost us 150 gold that we don't really have. We can say if I want to improve taxation, I can just ask for more taxes, and then each of our vassals pay 5 gold, and we'll piss them off. Or we say it's not worth it. I feel like our character would not just force taxes on his people like that. And say we'll just say it's not worth it. Yeah, we don't have the money to do the full survey. A convenient offer. My son-in-law Abu Bakr stands before me, a hopeful expression on his face. My lord, I cannot help but notice that in recent times the realm's finances have not been the healthiest. Of course you have been administering them egregiously, but perhaps you might find some use for some extra gold. I'm willing to buy a minor settlement off your hands in exchange for a generous sum of gold. Wouldn't it be acceptable? So we can say very well, and then we'll give him this barony. Is that the one barony that we were planning on granting out anyways? It might be. That's 250 gold. Let me just take a look. It says the barony, and it's not that one. Where else could it be? Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Let's take a look at the name of that again, because I'm not entirely sure which location this is. So this is the barony of Sarina. So let's see where this is at. So that's over here. So essentially, I think that barony hasn't been constructed yet. Well, that's interesting. So not only... Yeah, this is the one we haven't even constructed yet. So not only are we going to get the money, but he's going to construct the building for us, the castle for us. This is a fantastic deal. So yeah, again, some of these events are great. You'll see, though, as we fire these, that there are many that just aren't all that helpful. But yeah, so far we've gotten a very good luck with these ones. So yeah, this is a great deal here, 250 gold. And he's going to build the castle holding for us. I guess it even says right there that it's going to make it into a castle holding. But yeah, and this is also our son-in-law. So another advantage, we get to reward him. We can instead say, I'm sure you can offer a bit more. 84% chance that we're going to get an extra 100 gold. 15% chance we'll have to spend 15 prestige and fail at this. I don't really feel like our character would do that. So we'll just go with the very well. You can have it and get the 250 gold. So now we're looking pretty good on funding. And of course we have an alliance with him since he's married to our daughter. And now he's the Baron over here. Alright, so that worked out very well for us. Overall, we got some positive events and got some much needed gold here. So we could go ahead and switch our wife over to something else. We're getting the 10 plus here, but with this one I bet we're going to get more than that. Yeah, you can see that we're going to get 14 total. So I think we're going to go over to assist ruler and get the bonuses for everything. I think that'll be helpful, boosting all the rest of our stats. And here we're about to get this territory converted. We got 3 months till we get this control done here. Things are going quite well right now. Let's go ahead and spend some of this money that we have. Let's go ahead and boost up. I guess we can boost up the high tents. You know what? Actually, we should get the duchy building because we finally have enough money for it. Though we will be limited what all we can get due to the innovations that we have. So we don't really have a whole lot of options right now. We can do the tax offices, getting the holding taxes plus 10%. You can get the leisure palaces, increasing monthly prestige, stress loss, hostile scheme, and personal scheme, success chance, control growth, and that's anywhere in the duchy. Or we can do the royal preserve, getting us 0.8 gold, and increasing development to popular opinion. Well, as far as like which one our character would probably want, yeah, I wouldn't say that there's anything in here that would specifically fit any of our character traits. Probably not a leisure palace. I mean, none of these really would fit. Yeah, I don't think any of these fit more than any other one. So yeah, I think we can do any of these. But we really need money. We want development growth as well. So I'm tempted to go for this one here, rather than the tax offices. That's 10% holding taxes. Well, this one's 0.8. Let's see how beneficial 10% would be. I guess we can look right here. 10% would not be that big of a bonus. We're already getting some percentages here, so that's not the base income. So it'd be less than 0.20 something, really. I mean, it would be about 0.20 something. So 0.8 is far more at this point. Obviously, as this place becomes more profitable, the 10% would be more helpful. But you're also getting the development growth, which development is a huge issue in our capital or all throughout our realm. So let's go ahead and boost development up, get more income. It's going to be 3 years to get that built, so our character will probably be dead by the time it is completed, but maybe not. Watch him live forever. He'll be like 73, 74 years old when he finally dies. We got a notable guest because she's quick and an herbalist and a insightful thinker. So she's got some good traits. She's got the good learning, decent diplomacy there. So do we want to go ahead and start a war? Now I do want to finish increasing control here, because I always seem to miss those notifications. And let's go ahead and get control increasing in this location here. Yeah, we could go ahead and start up a war. Again, we have too few spouses. I thought we had 2. Is that not enough? You have to have 3 or 4. Are we at least getting a smaller penalty? No, still 0.5. All right, so it looks like we might need to have 3, at least 3. Maybe got to have all 4 spouses. I don't know. and not entirely sure. It's interesting that the secondary spouse here, has the nice crown, while the primary spouse does not. That's interesting. Anyways, do we want to start a war during this character's lifetime, or do we want to wait until the next character takes over? Well, let's see if we even can start a war, because we have those treaties. It looks like those are over. So yeah, we'd probably want to conquer this territory over here, because remember, this is going to be going to our second son. He'll be taking that over still. Nothing has changed there. It's just now he won't be independent, since our heir will be a king. So he's still set to inherit all this territory here. Nothing's really changed on that front. And unless he dies without getting a male heir, as of right now, you can see that his brother is set to inherit his stuff. He's a reclusive, but yeah, he's feeling fine. So unless he dies without a male heir, which does seem to be a likely possibility here. But yeah, if he dies without a male heir, then we'll inherit all that. But I think it's best to just go and increase territory that we know our son's going to get. So this territory over here, essentially in Aragon. So we'd attack him first, rather than attacking Navarra. And he's a lot weaker than he was before. He's also currently in a conflict. Is he the defender? Oh, okay. He's actually being attacked by our son. Our son's the one doing the attacking. And he's doing it for a county right here. So how long until this war is over? Because, yeah, if he can increase his own counties, yeah, that would be beneficial. I mean, I guess you could do both wars at the same time. That doesn't change anything. Essentially, we just don't want to do it over that county. We want to do it over one of these ones. Probably that one, even if it is the poorest one. Just to make the map look the best. And not split his territory like we did with Navarra. So yeah, I think that would be the best option. Let's go and attack over here. And yeah, you could do the war at the same time. That's what we'll do. So let's go ahead and declare war on him. And I suppose you could just try and seize the entire duchy, can't you? Yeah, I guess that might be the best way to go about doing this. Just go and attack him over the entire duchy. One problem, though, is that I think our second son will get both duchies. That's typically what happens when there's more than one duchy title and you're in the partition inheritance, or the Confederate partition inheritance, which, you know, being Confederate means that they'll create titles, which is what would have happened over here. If we hadn't created that title ourselves, we would have created it for them. But yeah, I think he'll get both of those duchies. I think he'll get this one and this one, while our heir will only get the one duchy. And the reason for that is because he's now getting the kingdom title. So he gets the kingdom title, and then he gets the duchy title. And so then they say, oh, well, the next son gets both of the other two remaining duchy titles. So if we take that duchy title, it'll go to him, and he'll have two duchies. So that would be disastrous. So we might not want to do that right now. Just do like a little war. That'd be easier to win and finish up. He also has a claim here, so you can do that for him. I'm going to make that a little bit cheaper, and then he just gets direct control of that. Yeah, it's not really necessary. We can just go for the one that we want. It's really, really cheap prestige-wise. So we just want to do it over that one. So yeah, we'll just go and knock this war out. Also help our son win his own war, which I don't know that he would win without our assistance, now that I'm looking at it. Alright, so we're going to want to raise up right here. We do have a lot more troops than we did before. I'm going to turn this down. And so this war should be easier. We could also split these troops up, I suppose, and we probably should, to go ahead and have one do a siege while the other one does the attacks on the army. So we'll let these guys move real quick. And then let's go ahead and split them up into two separate armies here. So one with the siege engines and just some levies. That's probably more than is necessary. I want to leave about 3,000 men here, even though that's probably, you know what, that's really overkill. So, you know what, we'll just do 1,500 here. So we want somebody who's good at sieges to try and speed this up. That's all that really matters here. It looks like we don't have any siege commanders. Okay. So let's make sure we have probably ourselves in charge here, because again, I don't know if we want to put those peasant leaders in charge. I guess there's this character. He's an organizer. and his advantage is close to ours. So I think we're going to go ahead and put him in charge here. And that is actually the knight that we just hired, so it makes sense that we'd put him in charge. And then over here we'll just put anybody who we can trust to do a siege. Our marshal, yeah, he's fine. Alright, so we need to start sieging over here. And also with the 1500 we're just able to fit under that supply limit. Alright, so we'll be doing the battle right here in the hills. It'll be a nice easy victory, despite the fact that defending the hills with a higher quality and the more troops. We were able to get our first stewardship perk. Alright, excellent. So now we got to choose which route we want to go. If we're just looking for money, this is the best way to go, though of course that's not really what the issue is anymore. We can instead do the architect here. We can build for cheaper, or we can do the administrator. And I'm just looking at the first one because I'm just assuming that we're only going to get one perk. Maybe we'll get another one, but we're not going to get much. And yeah, that one would not be beneficial to us right now. But as far as which one like fits our character, I mean really any of them, I'd say. Maybe not this one as much as like architect would. Yeah, because we're not the greediest of people. We'll just do this one. The cutting cornerstones helps us construct things for cheaper. So we'll get that. Alright, so this battle, look at the war score up. About 20-something% maybe. We can call on our ally, but that's completely unnecessary, so we won't spend the prestige. This siege here will be done in 8 months. And we got up to 18%. I said 20-something. It was close. But it does look like we captured the enemy banner. Alright, excellent. So we'll be able to hang that up. We'll have to take a look at it and see if it's any good. We can say it'll make a fine addition to my collection. And we'll gain a personal claim on the war banner. Or we can put it on the celebration pyre. We just don't need this useless token. And we'll destroy it for 75 prestige. I don't think our character would do that. Yeah, I think we'd keep it. So yeah, let's go and keep it. We'll actually spend 75 prestige doing that, but that's okay. Where do we want to put it? I guess over here. Well, I suppose we need to go in here, don't we? Yeah, I guess we'll put it right here. Could also put it over there on the side. I think it'll look better over here. But I guess the question is, should we keep the Aragon House banner? Probably not. I know looks-wise, it would look better to have something different here. This just looks kind of strange having these two right next to each other without having a third one over here. But yeah, this is clearly the cruddiest thing we have here, so it makes sense to replace it with this. Giving us faith, hostility advantage +4. So whenever we're against a hostile faith, we get that +4 advantage. Levy reinforcement rate +5%. And the court grandeur bonus, which is 1 less than this one. But yeah, we'll get this because it has more useful bonuses. I suppose it blends in with these two a little bit better. It seems like there's something else here. A feline hunter. Is this a chance to get a cat? It's unfortunate that it's with this character that's gonna die here soon. I think I found the reason why some days are more rat-free than others. My chancellor happily declares as he moves aside to reveal a servant holding a very displeased cat. It wriggles in an attempt to free itself from the scratched-up arms of the servant, mowing in a rather endearing fashion. I'd say this is one successful rat hunter. In fact, it was in the middle of a wrestling match with a fat one when we found it. What say you? Should we adopt this cat? So we can say I love a feline companion. We'll get the pet cat bonus, increasing in intrigue and learning. Say, why don't you take the cat since you're the one who found it? And then he'll get the pet cat bonus and be very grateful. Or he said, no cat this time. I feel like we'd probably be accepting of a cat. Yeah. Sure. Let's take the cat. That'll give us those bonuses of intrigue and our learning. So it's helpful. Here we lost similar numbers to them. Surprisingly. I'm not entirely sure where they'll go, but we'll kind of just chase them down, I suppose. Let's see how far we can go without taking attrition. Yeah, it looks like if they retreat over this way, we won't be able to avoid the attrition. Could do a siege of their capital, but I actually want our son to do the siege of the capital. So it'll be in his possession. So now we need to name the cat. Could give it a specific name here, or we could just pick one of these ones, and I guess we'll just pick one of these ones. We'll call it Mittens. I don't know what we'd name the cat. Not really a cat person myself. I'm allergic to them, incredibly allergic to cats. I did grow up with them though. My mom loved cats. Even though I was super allergic to them, she did not care. And I was pretty miserable much of my childhood, or whenever I was living with my mom, which wasn't all of my childhood. But yeah, whenever I was living with her, I was always just terribly miserable due to the allergies. So yeah, I've never been a cat person because of that reason. But yeah, this is a chance to swear an oath of true friendship. So I feel like this might have something to do with the new mechanics here. I've never seen anything like this. It's using the same kind of event window as a war, like when you're called into the wars. So I don't think I've seen it like this before. Anyway, he says, will you join me in declaring our friendship to be the truest and brightest in all the world with all the debts of loyalty that entails? And this is that Count Anso, which of course, he is not part of our realm. He's part of Navarra's. So we could go ahead and do this. He'll become our best friend. And he'll get a strong hook on us, and we'll get a strong hook on him. That's one of the interesting mechanics with this friend thing. So yeah, I think we'll do it. Why not? Alright, so we both have hooks on each other. So I think this is all under the idea that, you know, if you have a really close friend that, you know, you can ask them to do stuff for you and they, you know, they're probably going to accept. Because you're very close friends, and it's a strong hook so that you can use it all throughout your life, you know, just have that cooldown. So our vassal was injured here. And apparently the only option is to say there's nothing that can be done. We do have a physician, but yeah, apparently nothing can be done here. So if Allah is merciful, he should make it. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, I figured that we didn't need to rush as much to the money because we lived a lot longer than I expected. And now we have the rat hunting cat as well, giving us that medium health boost. So yeah, we're gonna live even longer now. So he's actually moved over here. So let's go and engage him. Where is our son, and why is he not fighting anybody? Like, if he's gonna win this war, he's got to get some battles done. We're probably gonna have to fight this guy in the mountain, and it's just a probably win, despite us outnumbering him 3-1. Fighting in the mountains clearly is also, you know, not the best place to fight. What we could do is just wait. We don't have to rush this battle. You know, we've got this siege going over here, so if he just wants to sit there, could just battle him, I suppose. I was hoping he'd leave. If he just sits there, then might as well just battle him, get him destroyed. Yeah, no matter what, he's gonna just sit around in the mountains. He'd probably come over here and attack these guys. So it would really be in our best interest to just go and attack him now, even if we are gonna get a ton of penalties in that battle. It's fine. We'll still win it. That's what's important. And you know, we only have 18% on the war score from battles, so we could definitely use increasing that. So this is Royal Service, prestigious Perils. Word reaches you from the mountains of, I'm going to attempt to pronounce that, where this is that one knight. I think I was calling him Fadi, but that is not an I, that's an L. So it'd be like Fadl or something like that. Is rewarded to have been cut down by Floris after a dogged duel, heroically protecting his fellows. You are surely released of your obligations to him now. Well, that's unfortunate. We just got that guy. Yeah, that's a shame. I thought we had him leading the troops over here. No, maybe not. That was a different guy, wasn't it? And we had him doing something. Anyway, he's dead now. So very unfortunate. Yeah, we took a lot of casualties in this battle, guys. Far more than was necessary. Just because of the mountains. So you can see we actually lost more than he did. Which is not surprising. But yeah, we lost our knight. That's sad. He was leading this army. Okay, I knew I had him in charge of something. Yeah, it was of this army. That's how he died. Alright, so we can put ourselves in place. Yeah, I guess that's what we'll do. We're an old man still out here leading our troops. I don't know how realistic that is out here leading this old. Some people did it historically. We still need to take one more location over here, unfortunately. Which is also in the mountains. Alright, Alright, so yeah, we'll just march over here and get him engaged in another battle. Try and get his troops destroyed. And yeah, now the chances are even, probably due to some bonuses they're going to get here. No, there's no bonuses there. You're just the better army commander, I suppose. Because we're not very good. But yeah, we should definitely easily win this, but yeah, it seemed to be divided there. Seems like the little indicator there has not been very accurate this series. I wonder if they made adjustments to that, which have made it worse, because it sure seems worse. Do we have the 50% for battles? Just about. Essentially, we do. So we don't really need to engage in any more battles. So we could just start doing sieges, like going siege down this capital. Maybe we'll go ahead and do that. But they could attack us over here, and they would likely win. Although he only has 554 dudes. With the mountain bonuses... With the mountain bonuses and the fact that he's got men-at-arms and we're just levies, he probably would win that. So I think we're going to have to go and assist it. And just follow behind this guy. Oh, it looks like we'll be engaging him right there. Or, you know what, that's probably that small army. We don't want to fight them. Although it does seem like they're all going that way. I thought he was doing the siege here. Yeah, he moved. Hey, I'm not entirely sure what's going on there, but you can see that they are attempting to attack us here. They'll get all those defensive bonuses, so we need to get over there and assist. I don't know if we'll get there in time, guys. We'll see, because yeah, I think we would end up losing that without this army here, and that's what I was concerned about. That's why I left the siege. Because yeah, I did not expect we'd win otherwise. So yeah, unfortunately, these sieges are taking forever and making this conflict take longer than it needs to. And our son's not doing anything. Unless he's over here, we can't see him. That wouldn't make any sense. Alright, so let's go and get our troops out of there now. And we'll just have them sit nearby. Just protect this, just so we don't have any situations like that again. And our counselor died. Yusef. That's not our son, Yusef. I don't remember which position he was in. The spy master, who really liked us. Alright, so that's unfortunate. So we do have these two powerful nobles. One, of course, is our younger son, who sucks at everything. And then we also have this character here. He's good at diplomacy, I suppose, but yeah, not enough to supplant our current chancellor. So we'll just probably put anybody in place here. I think that's probably the best way to go about doing this. And I suppose he would be the best option, though he is depressed. So maybe not, especially when this person is only 1 point lower, though he is our court physician. So we'll probably want to do this character then with the 11. It's not very high. We're not really using our spy master right now, though. So that's one thing to consider. Now, we converted that one province, and I completely forgot to assign another location here. So let's go ahead and do that. And it looks like we've already converted all this down here. So I suppose the next area to convert would be right here. So let's go ahead and get that started. Yeah, slowly spreading Islam throughout here. The war's been expensive. Yeah, I spent a lot of money here. But this siege here, that'll start getting us the ticking war score. We'll have that in 4 months. He's going to march back over here and attack us again. And this character, the Thief Slayer, has died. And he was one of our friends. Was he the Emir? He was. Alright, so he died probably of cancer. Yeah. So now his eldest son will take over, and we can still arrange an alliance. We still have that marriage with his sister. So yeah, let's go ahead and arrange an alliance to ensure the southern borders are secure as we continue expanding into Christian territory. We're at 60% on the war score, and now he is going to engage us here again, so let's go ahead and go help out, make sure we don't lose that. And this is a good place for him to fight. You know, he has the defensive bonuses, and you know, from the mountains and from the actual fortification there. It's a good place to fight where he causes quite a bit of casualties for us. I mean, considering his very low numbers. Let's go and move our troops back. And the siege is almost done. There we go. Excellent. So I didn't get much gold for that. We're at 80%. Not enough to actually win the conflict. Oops. I have to go this way. Didn't mean to turn on the culture map mode. Alright, Alright, so let's go ahead and start marching down south and go after the capital. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to our son's troops. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. Are they all destroyed? Is he not at war with them anymore? Oh, he ended his war. Or maybe it had something to do with us starting the war up. I'm not entirely sure. I did say we had a siege to start up. Was that this one here? It's probably this one here. We did gain 75 prestige. Our marshal impresses a vassal. So yeah, let's go march down here. We could, of course, let him restore some of his lost manpower for a minute. He'll do that a little bit each month. Alright, so this time he lost more men than we did. And it looks like he might be building something here. Yeah, he's getting something constructed there. Yeah, we'll let their troop numbers just improve a little bit. We also have ticking war score. So technically we don't even have to do the siege. It's not even necessary at all. We could just sit here and then get the ticking war score and probably win it that way. But yeah, you can see he's attacking in 2 separate locations. But again, I don't think he's going to have time with the ticking war score, and we only need to be at 90%. So here's an event with our cat Mittens. It looks like he or she has charmed a vassal. Said, "This is quite the lovely cat you have, my lord." Alright, so they're going to give us 20 opinion with him. So the cat is already helping us out. So yeah, we won't finish the siege in time 7 months, but they won't finish there either. With the 3 months here and then the other siege being ended. He's taken off. Could engage him again, I suppose. Because the war's not yet won. You're not going to get any points from this. But it's going to be an easy battle. Because we're going to get the defensive bonuses down. So let's let that finish. He's killed enough of our men. I say let's make it happen. But we will not wait for the siege with the 6 months. We'll just wait till the end of the battle here. And then we'll end the conflict. Yeah, we killed a lot more of his troops that time. Wiped out that whole entire army. So yeah, let's go and enforce our demands. And we got an event about Count Lope's friendship. While his numerous attempts to curry my favor have not gone unnoticed, is this that same event? Yeah, this is that same event that we've seen many times already. I think this is the 3rd time we've seen it, maybe. So we'll just keep on going with the same option that we've been going for. Since again, I think that's one that makes most sense for our character. Alright, so the war is over. Let's go and disband all of our troops. And we actually can hold on to this county because it's under the previous count, who's a club-footed twin baby here. Let's twin with this other child here who is the count over there. Of course, he's a sheik now. But yeah, he's a Christian, Catholic Catalan. So you could revoke his title, I suppose, and gain tyranny. Lose culture acceptance, all that kind of stuff. I don't think our character would do that. And he wouldn't accept, so he'd have to fight a rebellion anyways. So yeah, we're not directly managing that, but it is part of our realm now, the Kingdom of Aragon. And we'll want to continue expanding into Barcelona. Once our son takes over, look at this. Our character lived to 71. I overthought that, I was over here thinking that we'd never make it to get the 500 gold, and we lived several years past that. You just never know, guys. You never know how long your character is going to live, but yeah, we lived a lot longer than I had expected. So we didn't really need to rush to that. We did just fine. But yeah, I just expected everything to go the bad way. But yeah, it worked out for us. We are the King of Aragon, and therefore we will not lose that territory when we die. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you guys on the next one, and thanks for watching.